Hello and welcome to another commentary gameplay video. Today we are taking a look at the top 4 game of the Bandai Card Games Fest in Bangkok. It happened the last weekend. They are stating here that this is round 7, but it's the round before the final game. So yeah, we are in day 2 here and we're watching a Doflamingo mirror match. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one and I would say let's jump right into the game. So it looks like the left player is going first, starting off with a Sengoku on his first turn. Searching his top 5 for a 7 Warlords of the Sea character, puts into the hand and then bottom decks the remaining cards here. He's taking the Edward Weevil 4-cost party here and then passing it back to the opponent's Doflamingo. And yeah, he just has no play at all and passing it back to the other side. So now we're seeing a blind Doflamingo attack here, 7k, wow, and he hits the Jinbei off the top to play his Weevil from top of his hand. So amazing tempo play here, right? And yeah, life gets taken on the other side, and then we seeing the Martially Teach getting played for 2 Don, and probably he swings maybe a 8k. Yeah, using his effect, puts the 2 rested Don under his Doflamingo, puts another Don, and he probably swings 8 into the Jinbei, using the leader effect to deploy Jinbei from his own side, and then he plays probably also Edward Weevil off his Jinbei here, I would imagine. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Draws another card, and an 8k swing probably goes through, I would imagine, yeah. And then pass back to the left side. So, left player is now at 5 Dons. Let's see what he's doing here. I would say probably get rid of the Jinbei. Okay, he starts off with a Buggy, the new Buggy from the starter deck. Looks at the top 3 cards and stacks them in any order, which is also 2k counter, so great new addition for the Doflamingo deck, which really got buffed with the new ST17 deck, which just got released recently. Yeah, so he stacked his top deck. Probably we see a 7k swing with the leader effect into the Jinbei, and yeah, okay, he starts off with a 7k swing with the Edward Weevil here, and then we're seeing another 7k swing into life, summoning out another Edward Weevil to draw another card, and also this attack get a hit here. So 3 lives remaining for the right side, and now back to him. He's now at 6 Don, so he could do the Jinbei into a Boa Hancock into the leader ability turn if he has these cards in hand, right? Because the Boa Hancock allows you to get an additional Don, so this means that you're essentially working with 7 Don and then you get to use your leader effect, which costs 3 Don in total. So let's see if he has these cards available. Yeah. So he starts off with a Jinbei into a Boa Hancock, so we see me this turn which I just announced, stacks his top 3 and puts them back on top, probably, maybe also on bottom. I didn't saw if there's a 7 Warlords of the Sea character there. I think there is one, at least, like one Mihawk in the middle, and I think, is it a Law on top? Or Crocodile? I can't quite tell the first card. But yeah, I think it's another Boa Hancock, so he leaves the cards on top, then puts 1 Don under his leader. I would imagine another Don is put under his leader. And then we're seeing a 7k swing into the Edward Weevil with the leader effect. Summoning out another Boa Hancock here, stacking again his top 3. And now he's debating on whether or not he wants to arrange them. I would maybe put the Peruna on top. He puts the Peruna on, oh, he puts all the cards to the bottom. Okay, interesting. Puts another Don to his Doflamingo, so now he's swinging an 8 into the Weevil, another 7. So forcing 2 cards out of the left Doflamingo player. Let's see if he's able to counter out of it. And yeah, he's using a 2k and a 1k chart pudding here to get out of this attack. And is he swinging 6 also with his Weevil character? I would imagine so, right? You could also argue maybe just saving it up, right? That you have next turn more Don to work with. Would also be fine for me if he just says, I want the additional Don. There's also the option to use the Martially Teach effect here, right? For, yeah, additional attacking power here. So let's see if he's deciding to use the Martially Teach ability or just passing back. So he's the option for a 6k swing, an 8k swing, or also a 5k with Martially Teach and a 6k swing. But at this point, you rather want to get rid of the board first before. Yeah, and he's using the Martially Teach effect here, puts another card on top, and swings another 8k with his Weevil into the opposing Weevil, which, yeah, no counter is used here. And now there's the pass back to the left player, the Doflamingo side. So he should be now at 7 Don if I'm not mistaken. And only has one big unit on board with one Edward Weevil. So I think board-wise, I think the right player is in the advantage, even though he got the free Jimbei into Weevil on the first turn. But let's see. He has 7 Don to work with, so it could be a... Yeah, he starts off with a 6k swing into the Boa Hancock. I think that's the easy 1k counter here, right? Yeah. Then we're seeing a Jimbei getting played with a Gecko Moria from his hands of 4 Don rested. Puts back another Jimbei into his hand from the trash. Then we're seeing a Martially Teach getting played for 2 Don. And he will probably use the effect here, put something on top, puts 2 rested Don under his leader, and then he will swing probably 7 into the Boa, forcing another 2k here. Yeah, so 7k swing into Boa Hancock, summons out the Jimbei here, and now he has to sacrifice, I mean Buggy is for sure gone. And then he's also, okay, I don't know if I like this play so much, right? He just sacrificed his Jimbei to overplay it with a Weevil. I mean, okay, now you have an active character and no rested one, but yeah. You wasted also a card here, right? So now 7k into Boa Hancock. I would imagine you just use a 2k here to get to protect your board, right? Because next turn you have a full board. Also you have 8 Dons to work with, so you can really apply some pressure here. Yeah, okay, he is not bothering encountering, so Boa Hancock is gone here. And now back to the right player side. So we have Boa Hancock, Jimbei and a Weevil, and also Martially Teach on the field. And we have 8 Don to work with. We got also Josu in the hand, which I just saw there. So it could be that he maybe swings 6 first. Yeah, starting off with a 6. And this one goes through. And now he could do like a 5k swing to life, right? Just seeing if that one gets connected, right? Yeah, 5 is connecting. You could then swing a 7. Then you can use the Josu to bounce the opponent's Edward Weevil. And then you could use the Martially Teach with the Open Don to use your leader effect. And I think that's what he is deciding to do here, right? So 7 into life. Got also taken from the left player side, and now I think he's playing down the Josu. Maybe returning his own Jimbei to hand. Because I think the Martially Teach is just a good card to have, right? I think bouncing the Edward Weevil from the opponent's side is really good play in, yeah, stopping a little bit of his tempo. I would imagine that you really want to play the Josu here for 6 Don, yeah. He's still thinking about his options here. And now we're seeing the Josu getting played to bounce back his own Weevil and also the opponent's Weevil. And now we see some nice combination, right? Because now we use the Martially Teach, we putting back the Weevil on top, we summon it with our leader effect and also get to reuse the effect of the Weevil. So we also get to draw another card. So pretty nice combination here from the right player side. Yeah, just having the same board state as before, but also bouncing like another threat from the opponent to the hand and also drawing yourself another card, right? Really great combination of the Josu and the Weevil together with the Martially Teach here. And now back to the opponent's side. Also noting that he just went down from 5 life to 2 life. So let's see what he's doing here. I think you have to pressure really hard these big buddies here on the opponent's side, right? I would imagine you swing with a 7k leader into the Jimbei, summoning out something, hopefully. And then you should maybe swing like an 8 and 8 into the 6k units. Okay, starting off with a 5k swing into Jimbei. It's also fine, right? Just to see. It's just counting it on. Should be 9 Don, right? 9 Don available. So there's the option for 5 cost body. There's the option then for a 8k leader swing, probably. Let's see, he's countering out with a Martially Teach here. Then we're seeing a 7k swing into the Jimbei. Don't know if I like these numbers here. He's using a 2k Crocodile for this attack. Then we are using Jimbei for 6 to bounce back the opponent's. No, not the Jimbei. He used Josu to bounce back his own Jimbei, to bounce back the opponent's Josu. Then he used the Martially Teach to put something on top of his deck, probably the Jimbei. And then he probably swings 7 into, I would imagine, Jimbei. Or does he swing into a yeah, he swings 7 into Weevil, summons the Jinbei, which he just put on top of his deck, and also plays the Trafalgar Law here. So I would imagine that he maybe bounce back, yeah, the Boa Hancock by bouncing the Law, and now also a 7k swing into the Jinbei here. And yeah, just like that, you also saw how well he got rid of the opponent's board here. Still there's a 7k swing on the 5k Jinbei, so asking for 2 more cards. Or, yeah, then he's debating, right? I think he's using 2 2ks to counter out of this attack here. And now back to the right side. So he defended the Jinbei here. But he also trashed 2 cards to do so. So now we are back on the right player's side. We have 10 dons to work with. Let's see what he's doing here. I think you're now in a spot where you could also just pressure live, right? I think you have like 4, I think, solid attackers, like 3 solid attackers, and also the Martial Teach can get buffed. But yeah, I don't know if that's the right move here. I think the best thing is to get rid of the board. Also play your own Josu to bounce back the opponent's Josu, right? And then I think your opponent is just left with Martial Teach on the field, and I think that's the best way you can deal with it, right? I think I would start maybe with a... Okay, start with a 7k swing. Yeah, I just want to mention, maybe you start with a 5k swing first. So 7k got counted out with 2 and a 1k here. Then we probably see a 5k swing. Then we probably see a 7k with our leader. Okay, he is not... let's see. He's debating on putting 2 under his Jinbei, right? But I think if you play the Josu, you rather want to put these 2 down under your leader to maybe activate the effect, right? Let's see what he's doing here. I mean, together with the Martial Teach, he also has the option, right, to get back his 2 down. So there's a 7k swing into the Gecko Moria. From the quick reminder for everybody, there is a 1k subscriber giveaway I posted on my X Twitter account. So there is a really big giveaway in my opinion, where you can win some One Piece finalist cards from the offline regionals. You can also win an enchanted Lorcana card with the Ursula, and also some Pokemon merchandise like a deck box from Hawaii or a playmat from Yokohama Worlds, as well as a booster box of Stellar Crown, as well as some Espeon sleeves. If you want to participate, the giveaway will run until the 24th of November. I will then announce the winner in the comment. Please check it out. Subscribe to my socials like YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter, and retweet, like, and comment this post. And then you are eligible for the drawing on the 24th of November. So yeah, I hope you participate in it, and thank you for your help so far. And yeah, I hope, if not already done, please subscribe to my channel and yeah, participate in the giveaway. And yeah, I really hope that you are enjoying my content so far. Let's get back to the video. And he used 3 1ks to get out of his attack. Josu, Perona, and then didn't saw the other card, but 3 1ks used to get out of this attack. Wow. Really interesting. And I think now you are playing probably your Josu, you bounce back your Weevil, you use your Martial Teach, putting the 2 down under your leader, put the Weevil on top of your deck, attack 7 again. Yeah, I think the same combination we just saw last turn, right? Why wouldn't you? It's just so much of a tempo gain. You reduce, or you bounce back your opponent's 6-cost Josu, you summon another Weevil to draw another card, right? And that's exactly what we see here. We playing the Josu, we take back the Edward Weevil, we then put it on top of the Martial Teach, putting 2 down under our leader, and then we swing 7 into the Gecko Moria, probably using our leader effect just to summon it back again and draw another card. Pretty good combination here. And yeah, so now we got rid of the Josu and the Gecko Moria, and I think also 5 cards in hand for the left player, right? So yeah, he has 10 Don to work with. He got an active Jinbei, Martial Teach, and a Doffy leader. Let's see what he is doing here. And I mean, we know that he has also the Josu in hand, right? So we could see maybe some swings with his buddies, and then the Josu to return a Jinbei, to put it back on top of the deck, right? To maybe double summon something. Starting off with a 7k swing into the Jinbei, and we see 2k and a 1k from the right player to defend this. Then we are seeing the Josu to return the Jinbei to the hand, to bounce back the opponent's Josu. So now we have 2 Don left. We are then using the Martial Teach effect to put back probably the Jinbei on top. Then we're swinging a 8k into the Edward Weevil. Then we're playing the Jinbei off the top and then the Edward Weevil from our hand, and draw another card. And just like that, we also, return a little bit of the board. And I think these interactions kind of remind me of the OP05 times, where we just saw like Black and Blue Sakazuki always use the Rebecca, Hina, and Lucci combination, right? So yeah, now it's not Rebecca, Hina, Lucci. Now it is Jozu, Marshall Teach, Jimbei, and then Edward Weevil. Okay, so back to the right side. We are seeing now the Perona getting played to stack his top 5. So we see some Gravity Plate putting on top. We see a pudding there, Sengoku, Mihawk, and also another Weevil. So let's see. He could also put maybe the Weevil on top and then draw into the Gravity Plate Raging Tiger. Could be an option here, right? Let's see what he's deciding to do here. His hand, he has Boa, Jozu, and I couldn't quite tell what the other card is here. Putting now the Dracul Mihawk on top. Then the Gravity Plate, and then the Edward Weevil. And then the Sengoku Search and the Child Pudding here. But let's see if he maybe changes something here. I think that's the cards he put back, so there should be the Dracul Mihawk on top. But let's see. So for 6 he is playing down the Jozu, bounce back the other side Jozu, and bouncing back his Perona. He then using the Marshall Teach to put something on top. Put 2 Restodon under his leader, and then he is probably swinging 7 with the Jimbei into the character Jimbei, and this one is getting KO'd. And then we're seeing a 7k swing into life, and he's playing down a Edward Weevil to draw into probably the Dracul Mihawk, right? Which is a 2k card, and this one is taken. So the next card on top is the Gravity Plate Raging Tiger, and I think he put this on top just to be able to, maybe if the opponent is playing some Boa Hancock blocker, that he can get rid of them and then going for game the next turn. And right now he just decides that the 2k counter is best to have this in hand. So let's see what the left player is responding here. 10 Don available, Marshall Teach and Edward Weevil on in play. Starts off with a 7k swing into the Jimbei, asking for 2 cards. He's checking his Don, should be 9, because he has all the Don available. Now let's take a look here. He is countering out of this attack. Interesting. He's using a 2k Mihawk and the Perona to get out of the 7k swing onto the Jimbei. Now he's playing the Jozu to bounce back the opponent's Jozu. And I think now we are seeing the same things happening again, right? Where we see the Marshall Teach ability getting used to put back the Weevil on top, then putting 2 Restodon under our leader. Then we are swinging 7. There's the possibility where you swing 7 into the Edward Weevil, hoping that your opponent doesn't have another 2k, right? And then you have the Marshall Teach, which could also swing 5 into the Jimbei. So in case he's using his 2 cards to counter out. But let's see what he's deciding to do here. It's definitely a tricky spot to be in, right? And he's debating on using, he starts off with the Marshall Teach effect, putting 2 Don under his leader. 1 Don is used for the leader effect, so he has 2 Don to work also with the Marshall Teach here. You could either swing big into one body, or you swing a little bit lower into both bodies, right? Asking for cards in hand if he wants to defend these. You know that he has a 1k counter in hand with the Jozu. Okay, so he's starting off with an 8k swing, probably into the Weevil, right? No, into the Weevil, And he is summoning out the Weevil from his own, drawing another card. And then he can defend this attack, so the Weevil is gone. And back to the right side, he starts off with a 5k swing immediately. Okay, interesting. Then he bottom decks the Jozu and the Edward Weevil with the Gravity Plate. And then we're seeing a 7k swing into life and also plays down another Weevil. Wow. A really fast turn played out here from the right player side, right? Got rid of the 10 Don worth of cards and also, applied some pressure. 1 card was for a minute. I think he also counted out of the 7k swing, right? With the Trafalgar Law and the Gekko Moria we see in the trash. Okay, so the left player starts off with a Jimbei and a Trafalgar Law to bounce back your opponent's Edward Weevil. So now 6 Don available to work with. I would imagine we're seeing a 7k swing into the Jimbei, right? And then you could also play another Law to bounce back the Martially Teach. But let's see. 4 cards in hand for the left player side, so we're using Martially Teach's ability, put something on top, putting 2 rested Don under our leader. Then we're swinging 8k, using leader effect, summon another Trafalgar Law here to bounce back the opponent's Martially Teach. So finally we get rid of all the cards on the opponent's board, right, all the characters, and I think now we're passing back. So now the right player still has 3 lives, so I think he's still pretty healthy here, right? I mean, he can use this turn to just fill up his board again, starting off with a Boa Hancock, puts 1 down under his leader, and looks for the top 3 cards of his deck here. And I think it's a Jozu and, yeah, 2 Sengoku. He puts them on the bottom of his deck here. Does he have another Boa Hancock maybe to stack his top deck? Let's see. So there are 6 Dons to work with here. Could also play the Martially Teach, right? We see a Sengoku Searcher here, okay. He's looking for his top 5. 4 or 7 Walls of the Sea. And I think there was a Weevil and a Boa Hancock, so all the options you want, he can choose from. Let's see what he grabs. I would imagine you're grabbing a Boa Hancock, right? Yeah, I think Boa Hancock is just really good also to soak like 5k poke swings from your opponent, right? And also getting the value of the additional rested Don. So let's see what he's deciding to do here. Debating on playing down a Martially Teach for 2 Don. I think then he's putting the Boa Hancock to his top deck. Puts another Don under his leader. And is then summoning out the Edward Weevil. And then there's a 10k swing coming. And we see the Gravity Blade Raging Tiger trigger effect. Which bottom decks then... Okay, so now back to the left player side. He's now at 0 life. So he has to be careful. I think also like a blocker is not what saves him here, right? Because you have to be afraid that there's the Perfume coming, which is an unblockable attack from your leader with all Dons. So I would imagine if you can't win this turn, I mean, best case scenario would be you get rid of all the attacking options from your, like all characters from your opponent's side, and you set up a blocker, right? This would be the safest way. But let's see. He's starting off with a 7k swing here. I'm not quite sure if this is to life or to the character. I would imagine it is into the Edward Weevil here, right? No, it's a 6k swing, sorry. It's a 6k swing. So let's see, he's counting it Don. Should be 9 Don left to work with, right? It was a 6k swing into life and the right side player is taking this one. Then we're seeing a 7k swing also into life. Asking for 2 cards more. He's still taking a look at all the Don and all the options he has, right? 7 Don are left here to work with. He's also taking this one, interesting. Also fun, I think another buggy, so I think his hand is stacked with a lot of 2Ks here. We could then see probably a 9k swing with his leader. Let's see what he's deciding to do. I mean, if you don't set up a Boa, yeah, it's really looking rough here. So now we're seeing a 7k swing. Now he's playing for 1 Sengoku Searcher to look for his top 5 and takes the Boa Hancock here. And now I'm wondering why didn't he swing into the Jimbei, right? Asking for cards in hand. Because it doesn't look like he's going now for game. So now we're seeing a 7k swing here. And I think he's messing it up a little bit, right? Because he rather wants to... I think he's now a little bit confused here, right? Yeah, so here we're seeing now a 7k swing also into life with no effect triggered, right? The opponent player also takes this. And then he's putting all the Don and also the rest of the Don under Martially Teach and swings, I think, with an 8k swing here, right? And he countering out of this one, and then, yeah, he just shows all the counter. And next turn he couldn't survive, right? You put all the Don under your leader and then win the game. So the Warm Light is now in the finals, won the game. Yeah, so really interesting game we saw here, right? Doflamingo mirror match. I think there are also some pretty nice lines we could see there, and also be aware of, like the Josu into the martially teach effect into the Edward Weevil. So yeah, I learned definitely something. I hope you as well. If not already done, please subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate your support. Leave a like and a comment, just to help me and the algorithm right to be aware of the videos and just to grow a little bit as a content creator. I would really appreciate your support, and I hope to see you in the finals in the next round. And yeah, stay tuned for the next video.